What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today is probably gonna be my favorite video in a long time that I'm doing. Today we're gonna be focusing on the interior, sorry. But yeah, so the interiors come a little bit further than it did when we first got the M3. You know, I threw all my 328 bits in here. The recent videos, you guys saw me get this new steering wheel with the red M button. I didn't really focus on it too much, but I got this F30 M Performance shift knob and F30 M Performance e-brake handle. Everything looks really good with that, you know, dry looking carbon. So I'm really happy how those came out. I got this bigger iDrive knob to make it look like the newer cars. I think that's really cool. That's just something you can get off Amazon. But today, we're gonna be getting this old bride seat out of here. Now, I touched on it a little bit in a recent video, but I did sell my Sparkos. As you can see, they're not in here anymore. And I have this old replica bride seat that I had sitting in my apartment as like a gaming chair for a while. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It still works. It's just a little beat up and stuff, but it does the job as a seat. But we got some nice new seats, and like I said in the other video, they are OEM, but they're just not OEM to this car. So let me show you guys what I'm talking about. So this is the packaging that the seats came in. It's pretty big, and in order to open it up, it's put together with nails. So I'll see you guys in a little bit when this baby's opened up. All right, and here we have it. These are BMW M4 seats, I believe, from a 2016 Yas Marina Blue M4. They're really sexy already. I haven't sat in them because they're kind of disgusting. There's some nastiness in all the nooks and crannies. But look what rolled out of it when I was unpacking it. A quarter. So we're already making money back on my investment. Oh, I keep tripping over this wood. But yeah, guys. I'm really hyped that these came in. You know, I didn't know that this mod was like a thing, so I'm really happy that I looked into it, and these M4 seats bolt directly up to the E92, not even just M3, any E92 chassis. So I think that's really cool. So let me go out to my car and we'll start making room for them. So the first step to getting the M4 seats into my M3 is, first I got to get rid of that bride seat. I got to go ahead and remove that. And I did remove the seatbelts when I was installing the cage, since I wasn't going to be running seatbelts anymore. I didn't want the clutter of the OEM seatbelts. It would just mess with my OCD. So that's why I removed them. I actually just took a razor blade and I cut them out. So the actual seatbelts are still in there, but they're just cut. But I have the old seatbelts from my 328, which are the exact same part number, so they will work in the M3. So with a little editing magic, I'm going to snap my fingers. Got the old bride seat out and the new seatbelts in. I had to take out the cage, rear seat delete, remove the rear door panels in order to get the seatbelts in. So it did take a couple hours, but everything's in, everything's bolted down like it should. So the next thing is to throw these seats into the car and get them adjusted to how I want them. So I'm doing the passenger side first because I don't have the steering wheel in the way or anything like that. You know, and I have more room to work with it. They say on the forums that it's kind of a tight fit, and it might squeak on the center console. You know, the bolstering hits the center console. So they say you could just put a couple like felt tabs or felt circles on the center console, and that'll stop any squeaking of any kind. But other than that, it's pretty much a direct fit. The only issue I have right now is you do have to swap the modules from the E92 M3 seats over to the M4 seats, and you have to repin a couple things using the E92 M3 plugs. So you basically have to take the plugs from the M3 seats and repin the M4 seats using the M3 connectors. So I don't have my M3 seats anymore, so that's gonna have to hold off until I can get my hands on a set of E92 M3 modules and seat connectors. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my Milwaukee M18 battery. I've already tested it inside my apartment on the seat, and I'm just gonna hot wire the seat to move and adjust it how I want it right now, and then that'll, you know, be comfortable for my driving and stuff like that. So the seat is already moved all the way backwards from the salvage company that I bought these seats from. They had to move the seat all the way back to get the front bolts out. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the front bolts in and then hot wire the seat forward so that I can get the rear bolts in. All right guys, first look with the M4 seats in the car. They look really good. I did a test drive around the parking lot in them, and they feel super nice. You know, getting in and out of them is super easy. You know, they're leather, so they're real slick. I detailed them up so they're nice. But yeah, I'm super happy with how they came out. That passenger one I have to adjust a little bit. It's hard because, you know, I have to kind of hot wire the seats, as you guys saw, so it's like really tight and cramped under the seats when I have to hot wire them. But I think one day after work, sorry, I have the hiccups. One day after work, I'll adjust it. But you can see it's too far forward and it's too high, and the you know, the adjustment like up and down is a little high. So I have to fix that. But overall, I'm really happy with how they came out. I'm not going to be doing the wiring up in this video. Like I said, I need the E92 M3 seat modules and the M3 seat connectors to splice in. But I'm really happy with how they came out. I just really like how aggressive they are, and they're also comfy. So that's really what I was going for. I wanted comfy seats, but also, you know, OEM plus. And I think these, you can't get more OEM plus than these inside of an M3. Another thing I really like about them is I'm pretty sure this is called Dakota leather. Is this like leather with not a lot of like grain in it, I guess you want to call it, and it matches the OEM M3 leather really well, so it kind of looks like, you know, they're meant to be in the car. I mean, they are M seats, and this, you know, car is an M, so maybe in all the M's they only have this grain of leather, but it matches really well, so they don't look like they're out of place. They look like they're meant to be in this car as like an option maybe. And I also really like these perforations in the leather and that design. They look really cool, and I'm just, again guys, I'm really happy with how it came out. The seats also work, you know, as intended for the coupe. You can fold that forward, and you know, you have access to back here, which obviously isn't much. If you had back seats, you can get into the back seats, but everything works other than the electrical, obviously, which can be fixed, but that will be done in a later video. So guys, I think that's gonna end it right there. I'm really happy with how it came out. The comfort is awesome. The aggressive bolstering is really cool. I'm loving them. I think I hit the nail right on the head with that interior, but we do have a lot of stuff coming for the outside. I'm not going to leave the outside stock. You know, I have a bunch of carbon fiber bits going on, not anytime too soon because it is winter time, so I don't want anything getting ruined by the snow and the salt, but I do have a lot of stuff that is going to be happening to the outside. My M3 has come a long way since I got it not too long ago. I think I've only had it for about a month and a half. And although the outside is pretty stock, it looks really good with the headlights and just the black, you know, the fact that the car's black. I went ahead and got that new bumper on there and painted it. Everything looks good. So I'm really happy with how this build's coming together so far. I do have a lot of other parts, like I was saying, in my apartment that are going to be going on soon. But at the same time, I have to wait on a few things due to the weather. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I think this is going to be my favorite video so far with the M3, just because those M4 seats are like a really cool and really easy upgrade that anybody can do, and I'm really happy I pulled the trigger on those seats. I found them on eBay. It's not hard to do the research and find them, But yeah, guys, that's gonna be the end of this video. Hopefully I'm not rambling on, which I always tend to do. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you're still here at the end of the video with me, if you have any questions or concerns, leave them in the comment section. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please subscribe and give this video a big thumbs up. All right, thank you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.